Hey, what's up guys? So today what I want to do is talk about 3 ways that you could get better with flying in a short period of time. And really these are the 3 tips that have kind of helped me break through progression barriers and over the last few years. And I just wanted to kind of share that because I know it could be challenging, especially if you're a beginner pilot, to kind of catch up to everyone's flying level. So I'm going to give you 3 things that have kind of helped me through the years get better at flying. First thing on my list at the very top is stop changing your gear so frequently. If your quad is working as intended and there aren't any hardware failures or defects, then you need to get familiar with the flight characteristics of your quad. And when you change a component so frequently because you think it's going to make you a better pilot, if you get kind of the newest motor, the newest greatest motor, you're just changing the flight characteristics that you're used to. Let's say you've been flying for a month and then a motor comes out that you really want, and then you get that motor, but the throttle feel is completely different. Well, now you have to learn that throttle feel, right? You have to learn that throttle curve. You have to troubleshoot anything that you're having issues with, like vibrations, when the quad that you had with the motors you had was working just fine and you didn't have any issues. So that's the first thing on my list at the very top, is stop changing your gear so frequently. Yes, there are times where you should change your gear because some of the stuff that's coming out is pretty cool. Especially in the next couple of weeks, there are going to be some really cool things out. But in most cases, it's really flying is what's going to make you a better pilot. So that kind of brings me to my second point, which is flying consistently through a period of time. So you got familiar with your quad and you kind of spend the next month flying it every day, and then you take a vacation for, let's say, a month, and you don't fly for an entire month. Well, that inconsistently from month to month is gonna have a negative impact because you're not familiar with your quad anymore after a month of not flying it. So the biggest thing that I did was I tried to put a schedule in for me to fly. Let's say I would fly 3 times a week, and I would just make sure I get those 3 sessions per week in no matter what, or at least try to. If that's going in the sim because it's snowing outside or raining outside, then do that. But not getting the stick time in is going to have a negative impact on you because you're just not going to be familiar with your quad. You're not going to have the confidence to fly through something as if you were flying for the last year and didn't take very many breaks. So that's the next biggest tip, is that be consistent and fly consistently over a period of time. And the third one is you need to practice with intent. And I know there's a lot of people out there that just want to fly just to fly. They want to go outside, go to a park and fly, or go to a spot and fly. And that's fine and that's great. But if you're trying to get better and you're trying to push yourself and you're trying to be more technical, then going to a spot and practicing with intent is more meaningful than flying 6 packs and you're just cruising around doing kind of what you're familiar with. I would have a list of things I want to get better at and just be more precise with. So I would just go to a park and practice those things, twice a week, and the rest of the time I would just fly. So focusing on flying with intent really does help. And there's some people out there that can only fly 6 packs per week. Well, I could tell you that flying those 6 packs with intent is better than flying 20 packs a week with no intent. You're not going to get better with that. If you fly 6 packs per week with intent, you're going to get better over a long period of time. So those are just some fundamental tips that I've kind of picked up over the last, few years I've been flying. And I think it could really help a lot of beginners kind of accelerate into a level they're comfortable flying in, or they're chasing, or they want to see different ways they could use their quad. I think these 3 tips are really the big keys to progressing quickly in this hobby. So if you like this video, give me a like, and if you liked it, let me know in the comments and subscribe and all that. And see you guys in the next one. Bye.
I've been caught up in this life, don't speak my mind enough. I'm trying to keep pushing